Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's DLloyd. So there were a ton of conversations surrounding the Lakers yesterday that we need to talk about here today, mainly about Dwight Howard and the possibility of him signing with the Lakers. Now, yesterday morning, there were reports coming out from CBS Sports saying that the Lakers could miss 3 players for the remainder of the season. That is Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, and Christian Wood. Now, that's not saying too much. You have to remember the season ends April 14th. It is now March 20th. So it's less than a month away. So technically, yes, they all could miss the rest of the season. We know Jared Vanderbilt has been getting back ready to get in action, and we have seen Gabe Vincent progress. We thought maybe he could be back early to end of March. That may not be the case, but I don't think he is extremely far away from returning. Now, what capacity he returns to, not quite sure, but I do think he could be back playing for the Lakers this season if, of course, they make the playoffs. And that is a big if, right, for the Lakers currently sitting at that 9 spot. But not having Christian Wood will definitely hinder those chances. Now, Christian Wood is a guy that has been giving very solid minutes for the Lakers. And without him and really even Vando, they are very limited in that front court. Is really not much there besides, of course, Anthony Davis. And when you look outside of that, I mean, is really not much help. You have Jackson Hayes, who I'm not a fan of. I don't think he's been playing very good for Lakers. Then you have Harry Giles, who they did recently sign, but we haven't seen much. So they've been very thin there. So of course, naturally, people go to Dwight Howard. Can Dwight Howard be signed? Of course, it does not help that he posted a video on Instagram basically saying that he is ready to be signed and he'll be ready to go if that were the case. But I don't think it's that simple for the Lakers, and it's going to be pretty tough to get that deal done. So we're going to go ahead and go to cleaning the glass, website I always go to. Hopefully you guys can see this. Try to zoom in as much as possible for everybody to see. So a couple things that the Lakers need to be cognizant of moving forward. The main one is this 2024-2025 year right here. You do not want to go over 180. That is going to put you into that tier that you just do not. You want to stay below $180 million if possible. Yes, technically you could do that, but you don't want to be an apron team. So the Lakers would like to stay under 180. They could go up, potentially up to 190, but this is the number you want to pay attention to. So when you take a look at the Lakers roster currently, Dwight Howard has to have a full roster spot. You cannot sign him to a 2-way deal. He has too much experience in the NBA. So you have to then release a player. So if we go down the list, LeBron, AD, DLloyd, Rui, Austin Reeves, all untouchable guys. Really, Gabe Vincent not going nowhere. Vando's not going nowhere. Taurean Prince, Lakers fans will like him to probably go somewhere, but let's be real, he's not. Hushafino, probably the same situation as Taurean Prince, but he's on that rookie deal. They're not going to give up on their first-round pick after just one season. Christian Wood, Cam Reddish, Jackson Hayes, then you have Max Christie and Max Lewis. Those are the guys that could be waived to make room. Now, the Lakers, like I said, have to be cognizant about next year's money. Now, if you're on here on cleaning glass and you're just playing around trying to see what works, all these POs, these are player options, right? So player option for Braun, DLloyd, Christian Wood, Cam Reddish, Jackson Hayes. So say you want to release Christian Wood, he may not play the rest of the season, just release him, pick up Dwight Howard, boom, you have your solution. Well, if we do that, we come here, we will waive Christian Wood for the rest of the season. You see over here, he is waived, but you look at this, it has not moved at all. And the reason being is because the player option, if they are waived this season, that becomes dead money for that next year. So the same thing will happen if you waive Cam Reddish. Same thing will happen if you waive Jackson Hayes. None of this comes off your cap. It's all right there. You still have to pay for it because that player is under contract. So those guys are really, it's going to be tough. How bad do they want it? Do they want to get rid of one of those players to create space this year, but knowing that that's going to be dead money for next season when you're already very close to that $180 million apron cap. So that is a situation for the Lakers. Then say you want to go ahead and try to waive Max Christie, get rid of his $2.6 million. I mean, you could technically do that, but you're not, right? He's a restricted free agent. You could do that. You're not going to. I just don't see that happening. I don't see that happening as a restricted free agent. Taurean Prince is a guy you could as well, but we know the love affair that is there between Darvin Ham and Taurean Prince. So that is also another person that's not going to be moved. So when you look at the roster, I don't see how you can make room. And the reason too, if you get rid of Max Christie, Taurean Prince, it should move. I don't know why it didn't. You should get some of that cap space back, but it's not working. But there's really just simply nobody that you could waive that will create, that will make sense. I'd rather, because the apron rules, you don't want to go over that if possible, right? They may have to sign like a DLloyd who's going to probably opt out of that 18.7, probably sign for more than that. So that could get a little bit dicey there. But or you try to sign him to trade him, but getting Dwight Howard, I think, is going to be very, very tough, and I just do not simply see it happening. Now, do I think Dwight Howard still has something left in the tank? Who knows, right? We have not seen him in quite some time, but just based off of before, I would like to have the opportunity to try out Dwight Howard, see what he could provide. But at the end of the day, I just do not think it could feasibly be done in a responsible way, really, for the Lakers. They kind of dug themselves this hole. They typically like to keep that cap space around, but of course, or that roster spot around. They did not. They went out there. They got Spencer Dinwiddie, which I'm not mad at all. But now the Lakers are in a situation where it will be a little tough to get Dwight Howard, and I just don't simply see it happening. So I've seen a lot of people talking about it yesterday. Just want to throw in my 2 cents about the matter. But the Lakers, we'll see. I think they'll stay at 9. I think they do have the possibility to move up to 8. I don't see that happening. I don't think they'll drop below the Warriors. I think they'll stay at 9 going into the play-in. As of now, things could change as we wind down the season, but that's how I feel, man. But we'll see. Lakers going to have to figure out the front court situation. They're not going to have Christian Wood for the time being. Jackson Hayes, he's going to have to step up, bro. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, man. He's going to have to step up. And AD, I will say this about Anthony Davis. He got the bad rap about being soft and being made out of glass. But really, last season and this season, he has been playing through a ton of injuries. And he pretty much Iron Man at this point, man. He is playing tough, and I think that will continue to happen. I think he's going to keep fighting, trying to get the Lakers to the playoffs, and we'll go from there, man. But don't think Dwight Howard could be signed. You guys let me know. Should the Lakers go ahead and waive a Christian Wood, a Jackson Hayes, something like that to create room? Not Jackson Hayes, that wouldn't make sense, right? But waive somebody on the roster to make room. Maybe a Max Lewis, who is on that crazy good contract. I don't see that happening. A Max Christie, I don't see that happening. But do you think they should? Or should the Lakers just keep who they have? I hope some of the players step up. Remember, playoff time minutes, it's harder to get those. So you wouldn't see as many players coming into the game. AD at that point could reasonably give you 36, 38 minutes a game, and nobody's going to bat an eye. So you guys let me know how you guys feel about it. As usual, hope you guys did enjoy the video, though. If you did, please do me a favor. Go ahead and leave this video a like. It helps me out a lot. And subscribe if you haven't already. It's DLloyd. I'm see y'all next time. Peace.